Welcome back to the Road to Glory. Let's get straight into it, as I said I was going to do in the last episode. Here we are with a Prime Goal Players Pack from a Season Pass milestone. I am going to just zip through those Season Pass sort of stuff. Most of the packs, well, not most of the packs, but the packs you don't know where they've come from, they'll be from an objective of some description. Damian has been unlocked and claimed, and he'll go into the club to be forgotten about until he either gets an upgrade or I chuck him into an SBC. Smith, who I am kind of regretting doing, if I'm honest, like, he's a good card once he was fully upgraded, which you'll see in this. Once I get him fully up, he's an 83 rated card with some pretty decent stats. He doesn't have great playstyles or anything, but it's a nice card to have. Unfortunately, he's going to be almost impossible to link. I should have chosen a Welsh player who had decent links to other players, maybe a Premier League Welsh player, for example. This game, I actually missed this guy's team, but I went a goal down and got a red card, rather unjustifiably, I might add. Got it back to 1-1. Then he scored to make it 2-1. Then he goes and scores to make it 3-1, which was very unfortunate. But when you're down to 10 men and you go 3-1 down and there's only 15 minutes left on the clock, you kind of think to yourself, I don't think this is going to be my game. But these are the kind of situations where I will dig deep and I will find something. If I'm in a game where I feel like I'm going to win it, and I've got, full complement of players, and my opponent doesn't feel that good, I'll go on to lose the game 9 times out of 10. It's just what happens. If I'm in a game where my opponent feels really good, I just don't think I'm going to win it, and in this scenario, for example, I'm handicapped and I'm down to 10 men, I'll go on to do much better, and I don't really know why that is. But as you can see in the centre of the park there, we do have Smith. That's why I'm in a Rivals game right now and not in a Champs Qualifier game. We'll get to that in just a second. But Darwin Nunez finishes the goal scoring off, and we win the game. I only needed to play 5. I didn't need to win it, but I went on to win it, which was quite nice. So it's going to help me out for rewards. But an 81 rated Smith, and then I'll have to go in again with this team to go and finish that off, and that's exactly what I went on to do. Now, that minus Smith is actually my main team, kind of. It will chop and change as we progress, but Smith will be replaced by Kante. I don't think I've ever mentioned it, but I went out and bought Kante rather than waiting to pack him. He gets a perfect link to Karim Benzema, so I just wanted to go and get Kante, as he is probably one of the better CDMs in this game anyway, and he was only like 6,000 or 7,000 coins at the time that I bought him. I know a lot of the goals I score are either finesses or cutbacks, but that's generally how most people score in this game. So I'm not going to get hung up on, oh, they're not pretty goals, it's the same thing over and over again, because once you've played 30, 40, 50 games of this EAFC, it's the same with any FIFA, right? The broken mechanics become apparent, and like, for example, right here with Griezmann, I'm in a great position. He's got the playstyle plus for the finesses. I'm going to take finesses, and that's why I have Benzema and Griezmann up front. Been lucky enough to pack them, sure, but if I'm in a position like that where I can finesse it, I know I've got a very good chance of scoring, and football's all about scoring, so you can't really focus on playing just proper football when it comes to a game like this. I mean, it's a game at the end of the day, right? So I've seen a lot of people complain about EAFC. And back in the past, I actually would have been one of those people to jump on the bandwagon, to make a video, the state of EAFC, and moan about it. But actually, for someone who's taken a break from FIFA for well over a year up until this installment, I'm actually not seeing a lot of the problems other people have seen. People are complaining about the gameplay, it's too this, it's too that, the content is this, that, and the other. And yeah, I'd like to see a little bit more in the way of Evos, but generally, I'm actually enjoying it for the most part. There are obviously going to be a few things here or there when it comes to gameplay that really annoy me. The other night, for example, and we'll have to talk more about this in another video, as we pack Trent, who's going to go in at right back, finally a decent right back. I say decent, he needs more pace, to be honest. And 86 rated, not so much. I don't really understand where the 86 rating is coming from when you look at those base stats. But I've used him quite a lot in games since packing him, and he's actually pretty good. But going back to what I was saying, I spent about 3 hours last night before, trying to get one win in Rivals, just to get the lowest set of rewards, because I didn't have a chance to play for the most of the week, and I couldn't do it. I failed to win every single game. I was just getting slapped left, right and centre. I was trying out a new tactic, might have been something to do with it, but generally I just wasn't very good and I was coming up against people who were just much better than I was. So I claimed my rival rewards. Now, I was going to talk about the rival rewards. Obviously, I didn't get anything good. That's why we're just speeding through them. Got a lot of Premier League players. Make of that what you will. But I went for the one that gives you a little bit of coins as well. So you get untradeable packs, but you do get some coins. I'm a big advocate of taking coins wherever I can. So yeah, I could take tradable packs, but there aren't many things in packs right now worth money. So yes, I could take tradable packs, but if I'd got those packs, it would have been a waste of time. I did an 80 plus upgrade with the duplicates and packed something phenomenal. It's untradable, which is very frustrating. Now you might be thinking, well, this guy's pack luck is absolutely outrageous. He's now got himself a left back for the rest of the game. Yeah, I have. His name is John Arnorisa. So Teo Hernandez, who I packed, this was a week ago, still haven't used him. And I won't. It's a 100,000 coin card, and I won't ever use him because he just doesn't fit into my team. Yeah, you might be saying, well, he's better than Risa. I don't care. This iteration of FIFA, EAFC, I'm going to be using the players that I want to use. The ones that may hinder me, sure, but the ones that I'm going to enjoy using are just that little bit more. So Darwin Nunez is now fully evoed, for the time being anyway, up until that 84 rated card. And up until yesterday, I actually wasn't using him. I was using... obviously doing a few more Evos and things, but I'm using Benzema, Griezmann, Dembele, and there's one or two other cards that I've had recently. Like, for example, Kubo has come into the team, 85 rated. He has some really nice dribbling, and I'm a big fan of that R1 dribble. I absolutely love it. There is one player in particular who is my favourite player to do that with. I don't know if I'm going to be able to show you in this episode because I don't think we're going to get to it, but look forward to that because it's just not someone you'd expect. So this guy in Champs qualifying was one of, if not the most frustrating player I've ever played in my life. He was one of those people who like to draw you out, so he was passing it around the back until I went for him, and eventually you kind of have to, right? He managed to score from a set piece in the 46th minute just before half time, and it was a Ward-Prowse corner that just went straight in. He got a corner then. I stopped bringing my keeper out because obviously I didn't want that to happen again. And we managed to counter. And that's another thing that people always say in this game. Counter-attacks are king. But against this guy, I kind of had to do that because all he did was pass around the back and around the midfield, and he was very reluctant to go forward. I managed to get the ball off him again and scored. I wish I'd looked at the possession statistics in that game actually, because I would imagine I'd have had less than 25% possession. It was such a boring game to play, and it took a lot of concentration as well. Kubo has actually been pretty good. Now, he won't stay in the team for long, unfortunately, but I did it with fodder. Another thing people keep complaining about, there's no way to get fodder. I have abundance of fodder. I don't know what to do with it. Okay, I can't go out. Well, I say can't. I haven't tried to go out and do players like Son because I'm not interested. I'm not saying they're good players or they're not good players, because they are, and they would absolutely fit my team and they would improve my team. But I want as many Liverpool Evos and cards as possible. Some quirky players here or there. I don't really want cards that everyone else is using. So... okay, I know I have a lot of cards other people are using right now, but, you know, I'd like to build into a team that is a little bit unique. You know, when you come up against a team and you see their Evo Ansu Fati and they've got their loans in there, but they've got their base players that everyone else has, or you see quite often at least. I want to be one of those people where your team pops up and the other guy goes, oh, that's a fun team, oh, that's different. You know, I want that kind of team. So at the moment, I am having to use Griezmann and Benzema because I need them. They are my goal scorers. I will not change them for the world at the moment. But when it comes to changing other people, you know, John Arnorisa, I don't see that often, to be honest. We do have that hero pack coming up. I don't know if it'll actually be in this episode, incidentally. So you'll get to see who I pack there. But I do want to try and make it as interesting as possible. Kubo gets another goal, or gets another goal contribution, I should say, because I think that's his first goal. But he's got a fair few assists. He's just so good on the ball. Look at this bit of skill now. Absolutely love that new skill move, and I very rarely use it. And if I do use it, it very rarely comes off. Kubo, I mean, he was magnificent in that game. That was his pinnacle, his peak, if you will. He peaked in that game, and I just could not replicate what I was doing with him in that game in another game. I don't know why. He just felt amazing in that game, and then going forward into the others, not so much. This was actually the game to take me up to the next set of rewards for qualifying for champs. So in the next episode, I'm actually going to show you 2 weekends worth of champs, I think. I'll just condense it down into, like, I don't know, a 5-minute segment of gameplay, just all the goals or something, and then I'll show you 2 sets of rewards, because I think I'm very behind with this, and it's just trying to juggle everything in life, you know. So I thought I'd show you some qualifying, because we do actually get some decent packs here, because the base packs for qualifying, they're fine, you know. I'm happy to get packs, obviously, but if you can just go that 1 extra, you get 2 mega packs and a 25k pack, so it's a rare gold pack, and of course you get that finals qualification. If I could swap it all for coins, I probably would, if I'm honest, but I opened the first one, like the 25k pack, and I got a duplicate Gabriel Jesus and whoever the woman player was. So I did a Team of the Week upgrade. Why not, right? I don't want to do too many of them, but wherever I've got fodder and I need to get rid of it, I'm going to do it. So I did a Team of the Week upgrade, and I'll open that in a second. I got Gundogan in one of the 35k packs, which is tradable. Unfortunately, fodder isn't really worth anything at the moment. So an 86 rated Gundogan will just go on the transfer list. And then I opened my 85 times 3 from the season pass, which I unlocked ages ago, and for some reason took me this long to open it. We got Beth Mead, which is an 87 rated bit of fodder, which is nice to have, but it was a double walkout. I don't get these quite often, but I have had my fair share of these, actually, and it was Joshua Kimmich, and I've used him before, and he's very, very good. He has that same playstyle as Trent, of course, and he can just launch it over the top, and it's so accurate every single time. I was very tempted to maybe try and get him into the team. But it's just too difficult for chemistry, so I'm just going to have to leave it, but we'll stick with Trent. I got Phil Foden there, and then I finished the Kaiser objective. That Team of the Week pack, by the way, I don't end up showing you. I've just had a quick flick through because it was trash. I think it was the Plymouth Argyle player that I ended up discarding because I've already got him in the team. I chose the Japanese player there for no reason whatsoever other than I just didn't really care about any of them, so I just went straight down the middle. Never going to use them until there is maybe an opportunity to put them into an Evo. I don't know if I'll ever get that chance, but yeah, you never know. From Squad Battle Rewards, didn't get anything amazing. Got a duplicate Jack Grealish, but he was tradable, so I've put that on the transfer list. I am developing a nice little bit of sort of lowish rated fodder, you know, your 84s, 5s, and the odd 6. I did get an 84 plus rated gold players pack to end today's video, and it was it's German, Cam. Could this be someone fantastic that we may be able to link to Joshua Kimmich? Not really, no. Magol. Packed her a few times, to be fair, and I think that's just going to be a little bit of fodder. In fact, I may have already used it in an SBC. Next episode, I will have my hero pack. We'll go through all the champs rewards and all sorts of stuff that I haven't done in this episode. Let me know how your journey's getting on in EAFC. Are you enjoying it? Do you think there was more? Wish there was more content, rather? What are your thoughts about the gameplay? Is it literally just cut back, counter, and finesse shots with the odd Travella thrown in for you, or are you actually enjoying the gameplay? Me personally, I quite like it. Till the next time, thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.